All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1030, Armstrong case.
Thank you. You're welcome. You all may be seated. Okay, Mrs. Armstrong.
Yes, Ms. Judge.
Okay, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Miss Tally over here, we decided to have a baby together about 3 years ago. And we got a divorce. And now I just need her to pay some child support.
Okay. Well, you guys are going through a divorce, right?
Well, yes, sorry, we're going through a divorce. I wish it was over already. But I've been paying health care for a long time, ever since the baby was born.
How much is the health care?
It's $111 a month.
Okay.
This baby is 2 years old. We've been together for about 3 years, and I just, that's a lot of money.
All right, folks, buckle up because today's child support case is about more than just money. It's about parenting, fairness, and responsibility. Mrs. Armstrong steps forward, seeking financial support from her ex-partner, Miss Tally, for their 2-year-old son, Alex. She explains that she has been solely covering his health insurance and now wants Miss Tally to contribute financially. But Miss Tally isn't just here to talk about money. She has a different perspective. She argues that she wants more, time with Alex, not just financial obligations. The courtroom grows tense as the judge listens carefully, weighing the balance between financial support and parenting rights. With emotions running high and the stakes even higher, one question remains. How will the court navigate this complex battle between money and time? Let's dive in.
You want her to pay child support?
And I need that money.
Okay, she needs that money. You don't want to pay that money?
No, ma'am. Instead, I want to spend time with this child. She's not allowing me to see my son, Alex, for the last 1.5 years.
Okay.
I mean, I have an amazing 2-year-old son that I'm being denied access to see. And I do not believe that I should be paying child support. Rather than I should be able to spend time with my son and actively be in his life.
Okay. Is there a reason you have not been allowing her to see Alex?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, Judge, I feel like time is not money. And,
Well, stop. Hold on. It's not money. Mm-hmm. But you would agree with me that she is the mother, right?
Yes.
Okay. And would you want for her to deny you access to Alex?
Well, it would be
It's
different.
a yes or no?
No.
Okay, then. So, you do not have a reason to not allow her to see her son.
But she doesn't help me take care of my son.
Now, financially, we'll get to that in a moment. Mm-hmm. She's not going to have a choice if the child is living with you primarily. Is that what's
Correct.
going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how often do you allow her to see him at all?
No.
Okay. Now that's going to change today. You do not have any authority to do that. You do not have it both ways. You can't say, I want her to pay this money, but at the same time, I don't want her to see our son. It doesn't work like that.
Well, once she starts paying me some money, then she can also start seeing the son.
Well, they don't go together.
Okay.
The possession to a child has nothing to do with paying child support. You do not decide that. You understand? Okay, because in a different court, you could actually be held in contempt for that if you all had a court order and you were denying her access to your son. You understand that, right?
Yes, Judge.
Mrs. Armstrong makes her case, firmly stating that she has been Alex's primary caregiver and has been paying $111 per month for his health insurance without any financial help from Miss Tally. She insists that it's time for her ex to start paying child support. But then, a bombshell drops. Mrs. Armstrong admits that she has been denying Miss Tally access to Alex for the past 1.5 years. That's when the judge's expression shifts. This case isn't just about money anymore. Miss Tally is ready to defend herself, and the tension in the room thickens. The judge sees red flags. Has Mrs. Armstrong been more focused on money than co-parenting? It's a heated battle, but at the core of it all is one critical question. Will the court enforce a fair balance between financial responsibility and a parent's right to be present in their child's life?
Now, as for you, you'll be able to see your son, but you do understand that you have to pay child support as well.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do not have any objection to paying
No,
child
ma'am.
support. Okay, so you heard that, right? Okay, all right. So it seems like money is what's important to you, not necessarily her having a relationship with the child. That's right?
Yes.
And that's sad. And it's very sad that you admitted it. Okay, so you turned in some tax returns up here. I have your gross at $6,000 a year. And how many children? It's just Alex, right?
It's just one. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any other children outside of Alex?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So that brings your net down to $4,789.79 for one child. And then you do have to reimburse her health insurance because she's
Absolutely.
been paying it. You're okay with that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you don't really have a choice, so okay. Plus the 111 comes out to $1,069 a month.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am, Miss Judge.
Okay. Why do you have this smirk on your face?
Oh, I like those numbers. Judge Rhonda.
Sad. She's not going to have to come back in here and say, she's not letting me see my child or anything like that, is she?
So when she sees the child, do I have to be around?
That's a no, because you're not going to do that, right? You're going to let her see the child?
Do I
Yes.
have to be around her when she comes? She has to come pick the child up, like for a weekend?
Yeah, however she picks him up.
Miss Tally steps up, her voice firm. She argues that she's more than willing to contribute financially, but she refuses to be treated like an ATM. She wants time with Alex, not just a court-ordered bill. The judge doesn't hesitate. To set things straight, child support and parenting time are two separate issues. She warns Mrs. Armstrong that withholding access to Alex could lead to serious legal consequences. Meanwhile, Miss Tally holds her ground. She isn't just a paycheck. She's a parent. She wants to be in her son's life, to raise him, to be there for the milestones, not just be financially responsible from a distance. The tension in the room is at an all-time high. Both parents want something, but can they find common ground? With emotions running wild and legal consequences looming, what will the final verdict be?
I mean, you guys have a child, so you should be able to be cordial with each other to some extent. You don't have to necessarily like each other, but
It has
you
to
do
be
need
able
to
to
let her
benefit the
see.
child.
Huh?
It has to be able to benefit the child. I mean, you have to look at Alex's best interest in his life. He needs both of his moms in his life. You can't just deny one.
What's the
I agree
least
with that.
of amount of time that I can let her spend with my child?
You know what? We're not going to go there. You're going to let her see him, and that's the end of it. You have your money, right?
Yes.
Okay, then. So do you have...
As the case wraps up, the judge delivers a reality check. In Texas, child support and parenting time are separate legal matters. Denying access to a child isn't just unfair, it can have serious consequences. She stresses that the court's priority is always the well-being of the child, not personal grievances. She also reminds the courtroom that court orders aren't optional. Both parents have a duty to provide for and be present in their child's life. Finding a way to co-parent effectively isn't just a suggestion, it's a necessity. The episode ends with a powerful message. Every child deserves financial support and emotional stability. If you or someone you know is in a similar situation, seek legal advice and take action. Because at the end of the day, these decisions shape a child's future. This case wasn't just a legal battle. It was a lesson in accountability, co-parenting, and putting the child first. This version keeps the energy high, enhances readability, and makes it more engaging while ensuring clarity. Let me know if you need any tweaks.